in Pittsburgh this week, and it's been an awesome representation of YRC. It's just great to see us come together. It has been a tough year, but always safety will remain #1 at the core of what we do each and every day. And this is a true representation of what took place, is having 57 champions there.
All this makes me feel very proud to be able to come and do this. You know, the trucking industry has been something I've been doing for 34 years, so it's all about making new friends and, you know, promoting our industry. It is about safety.
YRC takes care of the drivers really well. It's something that every driver should experience, and all our drivers are definitely good enough to do it. There isn't a driver at my terminal I don't think could come here and do this.
They had a meet and greet on Monday for us at our hotel, which was real nice, and we got to see some old friends that had been here in the past.
We introduced ourselves to the other YRC drivers that have made it this far, and meet new friends and trade baseball cards with them, so we get an idea of who's out here with us. It's hard to meet all those people in one night and remember all their names. And the cards just really help, really help.
Tuesday, the company took us out on a cruise on the rivers, and we had a nice lunch, and it was just like a get-together for all the team members to get to know each other, get some camaraderie going.
It's great to return and see friends. I've made so many friends here in the last 4 times at Nationals. You know, there are 415 new friends when I leave here Saturday. It's just absolutely a great opportunity.
Well, on national level, you get to pick your own equipment. They have a large selection of pieces of equipment in your class. You get to go out and pick that. Since I work with YRC, we have a lot of Volvos around. That's what I practice in. I went straight to the Volvo. It's basically just a new Volvo, but it's a Volvo that we're all used to, and that's what I look for.
You know, you kind of look for something that you're a little bit familiar with, but of course, as a city driver, I drive a Little International, so they don't have a Little International here, so I picked something that at least I've been in before. So,
Basically, I'm looking for the closest truck to what I drive back home for the most part. I drive an International. Unfortunately, they didn't have one in my class. So what I did was I just took the closest one that resembled my truck for the most part, and it was a Freightliner. So, and the equipment is beautiful. All the equipment is perfect. It's beautiful. It really, you cannot complain about the equipment you get. I mean, that's for sure.
The test is made up of 40 questions. They have 3 different sections.
It's a lot of studies. You think you know it, but this is nationals. It's a step up. They really test you on what you know. Mix of words. It's hard to know, prepared. You think you're prepared, but it never seems like you're prepared enough for a national test.
Just have to watch how it's worded. You got to read into it a little bit. That's kind of what makes it tough.
The test is tough. That book is a lot of reading. They make the questions really tricky, so it's the part I dislike the most.
You're trying to find 5 major defects, and then they plant varied other minor defects. And you pre-trip the equipment that you're going to drive in the competition.
It's something that I can practice every day at work. There's been times where there's been a line of tractors up and I've gone down and pre-tripped them all into the line, just practicing getting ready, because you never know what you're going to find. I've learned a lot about what I need to look for in my equipment every day by what I've practiced at Nationals.
Every day I would do a pre-trip. In fact, guys in my yard would say, "Oh, you're getting ready for the Nationals." But I'd go around and I'd check everything exactly the way we do it in competition.
Basically have like 7 sections I do, and I'll concentrate on that in my head, what I need to do, what I need to look for at each section.
tight course, hard to get around the corners. It's almost like you had to start getting set up by problem 2 to make problem 5. If you weren't set up right in problem 2, you weren't going to make problem 5, and it just domino effect down the course.
You know, one of the big things that I did was I tried to get greedy on a couple of them. You know, on the alley dock, I was backed in, I was nice and tight, and I should have just stayed there. I went back another inch and I hit it, so 0.
It's a competition of inches. You know, an inch can make all the difference in the world.
The 57 champions that are here this week, being the ambassadors for us back at their workplace, back in their areas, back in their facilities. It starts with them. It starts with the message of safety each and every day. And it's a message of we are together. We are going to be here again today and to stay. Team YRC got up at around 5 o'clock. We convened outside. We basically woke up the city of Pittsburgh this morning. We had representation from the Teamsters Motorcycle Club in Pittsburgh, and they led us through the streets on the way to the convention center, and it was just awesome to see the spirit and the enthusiasm this morning before we got to the convention center.
That was awesome, you know, to come out of the hotel, we talked for a little while, we got to cheer together, and then to hear the motorcycles come around the corner. We didn't know exactly what it was at first, but to hear them come around that corner, and then to have that nice long walking tall parade, to hear those motorcycles. My wife jumped on one, so it was a huge surprise, it really was.
The guy said Bullard, and I was like, okay, where's he at? We're looking around, and then he said it again. So yeah, it was like, matter of fact, Lynn Springer said, it's you.
Most of the guys were pushing me because I still didn't even know it was me. As a matter of fact, when we got to the bullpen, I still was verifying that I was supposed to be there.
They call you up, and they carry you back, and they explain all their problems to you, the rules and regulations to it, and you walk the course, and you're just trying to remember everything you can in that short amount of time you have, and trying to position yourself to driving through the course and where you need to turn and stuff to make the course a successful run.
I was focused somewhat, but I was having a good time. I knew I was in the top 3 one way or another, and there's no way I could fall any further than that, so I was enjoying the moment. The biggest deal about this is just qualifying for state is so tough. Staying safe for 1 year just to qualify for your state competition to even make it here. Just qualifying's huge accomplishment.
It was a phenomenal experience. There's a rush of adrenaline, and it's still going on.
I just won the 3rd place in the twins class. Coming into this week, a top 10 made me absolutely thrilled.
To still be able to come to the Nationals and end up with a trophy just made everything even more special. And YRC has just treated us phenomenal this week. It's been a great week.
YRC has done a great job, and you know, this is phenomenal what they've done for us this year.
I really think they go above and beyond what anybody would expect coming here. I was actually floored from day one.
And knowing that the company wants to do something like that for us, you know, it lets us know they're standing behind us.